one of my inspirations was that my cousin had lived with a writer for a short while, and I just thought that was interesting. I thought the idea of living with somebody who in the outside world is very much respected and sort of hallowed, and their words are so wonderful and people are poring over it, and then just to see them, what they were like indoors, and to have somebody who has no interest in books or reading or sort of anything much apart from myself at the beginning. I thought it would be a sort of a sort of interesting combination. And I then read a book by Doris Lessing, a book by Jenny Dinsky about that happening with Doris Lessing. She had a young woman to live with her, and I just thought it was really interesting. And then when I got to about halfway, I stopped because I thought, my God, this is so good. I don't want to confuse myself about what I'm writing. Well, I think in a way, it's sort of quite like Emily's character probably is from, I sort of realised it from thinking about it, from sort of almost from the 60s or 70s. She just isn't in real life. But so that it was a sort of antiquated thing of saying that, like, that Lillian doesn't write or spend any time on doing that. It's just all texting and Snapchat. It's all so quick that they're seen, but she has this journal that she never really does anything with. You know, even her boyfriend's like, it's only when you're stoned, and she sort of starts doing a few things. So I felt like she had that was the thing she was supposed to write in. And so I loved the idea that she would be learning in her journal, and that Julia Price's character is blocked, isn't really writing. So in a way, they're collaborating. That's what I wanted to see it as. They are writing something together. They're writing their future, or they're beginning this friendship. And also I felt like it was so intimate. It was sort of making me giggle, the idea that she would go into her room, find her journal and write in it. I just felt like that was such a sort of imposition.
Yeah, I think it makes the relationship almost deeper too, because there's a sense of vulnerability that you can have through texting with somebody or writing with somebody that you can't really have in person, because there's this barrier between you. You know, you can feel like you can be meaner to somebody, be more loving to somebody. So I think without it, it would have been hard to develop that relationship.
George, correct me if I'm wrong, is pretty closely based on our relationship.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially the story of I actually did see my grandmother get kicked to death by a horse in real life, and I told that to Dolly one day, and she laughed uncontrollably as I'm like opening up this story to her, and she's like, "I'm sorry, it's just so much, I can't help it. This is what I do when I get nervous," and so it only fit that it goes in the movie.